Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my Hearthstone videos. In this video here, I am showcasing about 2 hours of Hearthstone gaming. I have been speeding it up about 400%, and what I'm doing here is I'm adding in a bit of commentary on it afterwards because I really felt like sharing the entire games instead of just highlighting it. So keeping my starting hand here up against the warrior and coining out like the crazy Imba shield mini guy because I have the Avenge and the Sneaky Pants secret on hand. So best case scenario here is that exactly I get to really put down my sacrifice dude, and once he comes in I get the Avenge buffed up on that, plus I get it back again, leaving me with a pretty awesome board control. And I mean, what's not to like? Really, this is like winning the turn, winning the game pretty much around turn 4. So a brawl could really ruin my game, but from this point on it's pretty much just finishing off the opponent, and I mean, I like that. Oh yes, I do. So a conceding opponent, going on a win streak here. Unfortunately it's not lasting throughout the entire video, but I do manage to crawl a bit up the ladder, and I'm really, like, I haven't played that much this month, just really getting back into the game, and I'm hoping to go at least to like rank 7 or something like that. So since I'm up against another Pally, I just really want the board control, and I really popped down the weapon to be able to keep my abusive sergeant and hopefully like retain the board control that way. So it's really about having the minions on the board here, and that works out pretty nicely for me. So I'm sacrificing a single one here to really keep my board control, and luckily I draw my king so that I can stay in the game. Opponent decides to go face, and I guess I can't really complain about that. Obviously it shifts the focus, but Mysterious Challenge is like, what do you want? I mean, if it dies, I get it back with 1 health. Now it's even stronger due to Avenge and Sacred Trial. It's like the Dr. Boom killer card. I never really understood why that card was added, but after sniping Dr. Boom after Dr. Boom after Dr. Boom, I now understand why it's there. It's specifically a Dr. Boom killer, like every single time. It's so crazy. If there's a minion on the board and you play Boom, he dies. It's sneaky, it's awesome, and it also works out decently against some druids. So keeping my hand here, because I have a turn 1 play, I can use my hero power on turn 2 if I don't draw anything else, and then I have the option of going with either weapons or with muster. And now with the knife juggler down, I am in a pretty awesome position. So pretty lucky that I managed to go like this here, getting both of these shielded up. And this deck that I'm playing against here is already, now I'm understanding that this is somebody that wants to flush me. I mean, I'm really going to be struggling to be the one with the most minions on the board here, because my opponent is going to go Savage Roll and just try to out minion me. And the druids have some pretty nasty options when it comes to that, but luckily the Paladin secrets are really really helping to keep my my board presence pretty stable throughout the entire game. Pretty much like worst case scenario for me here, except the swipe, because now I need to bite into it, and it's gonna give me a full 4 opponent that I need to deal with as well. But I mean, besides swipe being like the killer here, I end up seeing exactly what I expected, that this was a Savage Roll deck, and I think if my opponent had drawn a swipe, this game could have been like, I might have lost it really, but luckily I didn't see a swipe and I won. So here we have a lot of stuff from the start. I'm up against the Hunter, so I'm thinking I need a lot of board presence, like really fast. Putting down both the Secret and the Squire, hoping to be able to really clash and gain the advantage. And I'm feeling pretty happy about this, but this is a crazy aggro start, like completely silly crazy, and I decide to go face, and that that pretty much dooms me, because the bear trap is something I just can't really work around fast enough. The hunter damage options are just crazy, and I just played directly into, like, I think the only way that trap is really useful, and I just walked directly into it. So it was a bit depressing, but at the same time a lesson learned, really. Well, perhaps not learned, I think I do it again later on, but yeah, I'm getting back into the game. So double mana worm start here. Luckily I have Noble Sacrifice and Avenge, putting me in a pretty cool position, because if not, that alone would have been like complete doom and destruction for me. So I'm expecting to be up against a really nasty mech deck with a crazy start, fireballing my minion out. I'm like, seriously, decide to pop down the abusive, really just hoping to see the shot, but then the mech warper comes down and I like completely lose the board. But Mysterious Challenger really allows me for a chance to turn it around. Gets away, gets back in, gets shot, Noble Sacrifice, saves the day. So I'm like, whoa, was that was that what I got out of the Mysterious Challenger this time? And yes, it was. That was all I got out of it, but I did manage to turn the game around with that single card. Once again, it's a crazy strong card if you are playing with as many secrets as I am. I use it both for the turnaround and to empty my deck, so that I have a chance of drawing the more, like, the stronger cards that I need to win the game. So golden, and down with the shooting option. Obviously I was hoping to shoot the 2-1. It didn't happen, but I'm getting pretty close to winning here. So luckily I stay in the lead and win another game, and I do like winning. Yes, I do. So things are gonna be getting a bit tougher for me from this point. I'm really liking the start that I have here, hoping to see a secret, but I don't really draw a secret, let's just be honest about it. But I see a mech, and unfortunately my opponent just completely dominates me out of this. Like 3 mechs down, I have bad 1/1 minions. Decide to freeze myself just to gain some of that board back. I do have the stronger minion here, but no. So I was not really happy about making this trade, but I figured that was my chance. You know, that was like the only option I had. I played the 1/1 because I hope that my opponent won't shoot it, not expecting me to have redemption. So I'm really trying to trick my opponent with it, but it didn't work out. So, but I draw Dr. Boom. Get a double boom battle, get Tyrion, and yeah, I felt like I was safe, but my opponent had 2 fireballs, so yeah, I didn't win that one either. And that's really like the start of the part of my gaming where things start to be a little bit more interesting, because it has been pretty much ganking spanking time. And right now I'm like reaching the part of the game where I can see that I need to optimize my deck. So I'm not attacking because I don't want to play into a 2-1 that just pops out there. So what I'm what I'm trying to do here is to shoot these and get enough time to attack with something else, so that I don't run into a Noble Sacrifice with my Knife Juggler. Clean board, I get to attack, no Knife Juggler, and even though I'm playing with the same secrets, I'm just not understanding what secret my opponent has. I mean, I know what it is, and I could have, like, there were no options left, but I still didn't think about the secret my opponent is having there. And it's like completely embarrassing, because it's like, it's so obvious, but at the same time it's just, I just fail completely by putting down Dr. Boom, and it just gets sniped. I'm like, I knew it was the only secret it could have been, and Sacred Trial just snipes it completely. So luckily for me, my opponent decides to leave a single boom dot I mean, that's just so crazy because I can buff it up, get rid of the taunt, and win the game. Like, super defining moment, really. So, moving on to actually gaming from today. The other games were from yesterday. Continuing the play on rank 15. I was really hoping to reach like 12 today, but luckily the games got a bit more challenging, which is the fun part of the game, really. So, popping down secrets. I have enough goodies here to hopefully, like, I was really hoping to be able to shoot it. Didn't work out, so I try once again, pop in another noble, really hoping that this would happen and the shot wouldn't go to the knife juggler, but it does. So Hellfire clears the board and I just pop down a repop minion, really because I feel that's like the ideal play right here. Decide to go face instead of clearing the board, and yeah, probably a bad idea. I mean, I know always clear the board, but I was in a bit of an aggro mode here, so I decided to leave it down there. And as you can see, that was not like the best decision in my life, but I do manage to get rid of the goal before it gets like really large. And I mean, I can deal with this board. It was just a major setback because I didn't plan correctly, really. So loads of loads of imps down in here. I just sniped the wrong thing. These are the things I need to learn about these new cards, that the sacred can actually not be a good thing if you have a death rattle minion such as the egg in your opponent's deck. So massive warlock over damage, completely awesome played, and I sucked. But yeah, a game lost and another lesson learned, really, about how to play my own cards and what to expect from my opponent. So a lot of getting into the game again here. Pretty horrible start, but if I'm allowed to build it up, it's gonna be amazing. Unfortunately, I run into a mech deck, and yeah, I mean, what's to do? I have no reset options in this deck, so I just, you know, give it a single chance for like some crazy draw, but why waste my time on that? Double mech warper without equality consecration options, it's like, forget it. that guy won, or girl. So major spell start here, 3 secrets, which is horrible, but I drew kinda lucky. So I have a minion that is safe. Only thing that can really hurt me here is if I see like a silence option, but my opponent plays like directly into what I have, but still manages really to use the weapon to not turn things around because I get to refill my hand. I have the board presence, I have a secret, I'm in a good position. Really crazy Wind Fury minion down there, but nothing I can't deal with because of the abusive. Thinking about what secret to play, if this is something I want to keep, how do I want to plan this, and as you can see, this was pretty cool. Decide to test out what kind of murlocs I get, and just run into a charging one, and this time I decided to clear the board instead of going FaceTime, and my opponent doesn't like that one, and does a really good job clearing the board. I just go mysterious, I'm out of secrets now. My opponent decides to take some face damage, which is awesome, and which also means that I pretty much win the game. I decide to attack the minion, you know, just in case. Snipe! I love that. It's so crazy. It's so freaking awesome. And yeah, get a very needed win because I was about to lose rank 15, and I really hate losing ranks. It's like the worst thing in the world in Hearthstone when you D-rank. So starting out pretty nicely here, with a shielded minibot and secrets, up against another mech deck, obviously pretty annoying. Decide to go like this so that I can remove the divine shield minion, and I'm not seeing any mechs, but I see a secret, so it's like, you just lost your power, dude, and that was awesome. So deciding to go FaceTime on it, and I'm pretty sure that my opponent has a mirror, but I play down this anyway. It's not like the best minion to give my opponent, so... And then I see the Trog. It has to die. I have way too many spells in this deck. Avenge tricks, and yeah, good times. Have a single big minion that I can make like really massive, but I decide not to. There was a reason I didn't make a token, really. It was so that I could get that one back. boost it up, and hopefully use it to get the board presence once again. And it turned out nicely, but it meant that I was unable to snipe. So that was really annoying. Hoping to shoot it. Did it work out? No, it didn't. But I did get that one, so that was pretty cool. Lucky. Getting my 6-1 back and boosting to a 6-4. So pretty awesome. Noble Sacrifice ticks in. And that's pretty much what allows me to really turn this game around. I flood the board. I'm pretty much out of secrets, but I need the presence, and this is already turning into like one of those fatigue-ish battles, because both me and the opponent have really been pulling the combo options, the good cards. I emptied out secrets, so did my opponent. So we're really down to pretty much just top decking the rest of the game. I'm in a good position. I have Death Rattle minions. I have like the massive lead here, but I don't know if I'm going to be facing a Flame Strike. Dr. Boom pretty much does the deal for me. It's like, now what do you want? And then a Pirated Sky Golem comes. I'm like, what? Super lucky that I managed to boost up here. This is just, it's complete top decking. It's like all luck, no skill. My opponent was really waiting to fireball me, but no go. No secrets left, but yeah, as you can see, I'm not really in the need. So I do manage to win this one, and this was a really cool battle. I love these games where you get to really play the game and you get really far instead of just ninja winning either side at the start of the game. Pretty cool start here, but I ditch my 2-1 abusive. I don't just want to see it get shot, even though it could be an advantage for me, but I don't want to give my opponent that option to drag out the time. Ready for another secret, and I get it. It's a really cool minion to go secrets with, and my opponent misses on the missiles, meaning that I get to super refill, get my Illuminator down to heal me up, and look at what my opponent pulls. It's like, whoa, I've never really seen that in play, but I managed to like completely heal up. Once again, redemption. This time Arcane Missiles does the job, but I get to play the golden map kind of thing, and it's awesome. I can see my opponent going like really nasty FaceTime, so I was really happy to pull the legendary Murloc with flushy dushy rushy options, and instead of pulling more Murlocs down, I decide that I really need to empty out my secret so that I have a chance at drawing that statue, so that I can convert stuff into sneaky secrets, and not secrets, legendaries. But yeah, I managed to win the game before that, so that was pretty awesome. A really cool battle, not just because I won it, so good times. Up against a Warlock again, and I mean, I don't think Warlocks are a pretty good opponent for this deck. Obviously I haven't played it enough to really say it for sure, but they just have so much power. But I managed to get this one down, and the Secret Keeper in this deck down early is like insane. So unfortunately I wasn't really able to use it, but I did manage to get rid of the taunting option, and that puts me decently in the lead. Avenge, Redemption, I'm like good times. Now I have a big minion. Divine Shield, going FaceTime. Feel pretty safe about the board, and then the secret comes. It's like, seriously, what do you want? Decide to just go for the board advantage here, and Implosion strikes really bad, well, in my favor anyway, but also allowing me not to snipe anything. Hellfire clears the board. I feel pretty happy about that, because I can create a 5/5 token. Silence just been used. Doombound comes, and it goes for that instead of face. I was like, what? That was awesome. Go for the board, dude. And yeah, again, pretty lucky. Implosion. I snipe that, and my opponent doesn't attack with it. Fill up with secrets, and it's pretty much a game one at this point, even though the game isn't like entirely over. But yeah, let's be honest, guys, it's pretty close. All the secrets do their mojo. I get my weapon. Loatheb comes down, but yeah, self-destruct initiated. Oh yes. So rank 14 is what I moved up to here, and I'm pretty happy about that in like 2 days of game time. I know it's not like, it's pretty low, but I do need to get back into the game. I do hope to make it on the right side of rank 10, but we'll see. I have other things I want to play as well. So up against another druid here, and innovate swipe. I'm like, yes, thank you for using that. Now I'll just refill with 1/1 tokens, plus I have my secrets. Boom, avenge. Now I have a stronger one, wrath again. Like, okay, you used all your removal, now I have a big minion, please don't go silence. Like, please don't go silence. Force of nature, yes, that'll teach you. Not enough to get rid of it really, and what that means is that I can pop down my secrets to keep it pretty safe. My opponent can really choose to try to go FaceTime on it again. It doesn't work. And that was really cool. And then that one, I mean, afterwards, I don't know what's up with that, but I guess it was unthoughtful play really, and we all have that. So cool druid, like comeback healing options, but I pretty much have this game. Obviously, if I had seen some crazy kind of big taunting minion, it would have been a different deal, but this game was pretty much mine at this point. So really so close to rank 13 here, but my luck kinda ends here today. Do feel I have a really cool start here. I just need to draw a secret, and yeah. Do you think I draw one? I don't think so. I decide to try to go face here, and yeah. The opponent just really pulls the upper hand on me. Bear trap once again. That I'm unable to get rid of. Unleash the Hounds. Apparently it's a useful card again. I've been away from the game way too long. I feel like, okay, I turned the game around now. But I mean, these hunters have so much burst damage. I'm down to 16 health. I decide to go attack, even though I'm giving my opponent a single more minion. Boom comes. I cannot snipe it. So I'm like, okay, I just need to last one more turn, then I have Tyrion, then I can win the game. So I'm like, really, please. Pulls that one. I'm like, no, down to 6 health, 4 health. What's a guy to do? 2 turns of hero power and it's game over, but quick shot on hand, so it's like, okay, well played, dude. Just way too much damage for my deck, where I don't really have that much healing. I do have the Illuminator, and I'm thinking that's one of the cards I want to remove. It has helped me, yes it has, but I'm thinking I'm going to be able to put in something else and just focus on aggression. So warrior goes in there, pretty nice. And unfortunately I don't have additional secrets to put down, so I pretty much just hand my opponent the kill here. Pretty awesome shield slam. Managed to get the statue in there pretty early. Lothep comes down, sacrifice so that I can take it out without harming. And I mean, I just think my opponent is playing so freaking awesome in this game. I feel I have the game now, and then Shield Maiden comes down. It's like, whoa, okay, let's just go flushy dushy. I got this. And apparently people still play with like completely nasty cards, not just me. So Brawl. I'm like, no, I was not expecting that, but I do keep a Death Rattle minion. Boom comes down. I'm like, okay, need to get rid of Boom, but at the same time, so close to winning that I just want to go FaceTime. Again, awesome played, loads of armor up, like complete board control changer here. I'm like, okay, now I have Tyrion. And then boom, slam, Hellscream, what do you want? I'm like, no! I mean, this is such a cool game. I end up going face on that, boom down. I'm like, once again, I feel I have the game. Refill on my card's hand, Armor Smith down, it's like shield slam again, no! So awesome played. A bit stupid of me to really not go for that one, because my opponent just gets armor and armor and armor. But I decide to get rid of it now instead of going for the face, because I can see the decks are getting really thin, and I'm not just talking about the opponent. Brawl once again, I keep the good minion, I'm like, yes! Flooded out once again, and I know that my secret is never gonna trigger in this game, like ever. So I keep the Illuminator because it's going to allow me to heal up if I can keep my secret down. At least so I thought, but I need to play it. And my opponent knows we're going into fatigue, so he needs to get rid of it. Another shield maiden. I'm like, what? Oh, you get all the goodies. No secrets left in my deck. I have a 6/6. My opponent has a 5/5. Going for the face now and getting a taunt minion. It's like, no. What's up with that? Super lucky draw into like the cards that can allow me to win this. Execute. Go for the board control instead of face, leaving me in a pretty good position because with 8 health and a decent amount of additional cards compared to my opponent, I managed to pull this off. My opponent can armor up. I still have cards. I can get more and more minions out. Originally I was keeping these cards for the statue, but I realized the statue is never gonna die, so so I'm never gonna get any legendaries out of it because it's a death rattle. No, it's not like I don't have room for it on the board is what I meant. So anyway, guys, that was the summary of 2 days of gaming. Opening a pack of cards here, hoping to see some Bloodhoof, but I don't. So boo-hoo that. But anyway, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching.